Imagine a car that refuses to fit into just one category: a sleek sedan, a practical wagon, and a comfortable crossover all rolled into one. Now imagine Citroën taking that unusual formula and giving it a fresh 2026 attitude. The result is the new Citroën C5 X, and this could be one of the most interesting long-distance cars on the road today. Hi everyone, welcome back to Motor Zone YouTube channel. Today, we're taking a close look at the new 2026 Citroën C5 X, a car designed for people who want comfort, style, technology, and practicality without simply following the traditional automotive formula. And believe me, there is a lot to talk about. At first glance, the C5 X immediately tells you that Citroën is doing something different. It doesn't look like a conventional sedan, and it doesn't look like a typical SUV either. Instead, it combines the low, elegant proportions of a fastback with the versatility of a wagon and the slightly raised stance of a crossover. That combination gives the C5 X a personality that is difficult to confuse with anything else in its class. Move toward the front, and the design becomes even more distinctive. The nose carries Citroën's modern identity, with slim lighting elements integrated into a wide visual signature. The headlights look sharp and sophisticated, while the LED technology gives the front end a high-tech appearance. The lighting design also helps make the C5 X recognizable at night, especially when those signature elements illuminate the road. The grille and front fascia are carefully sculpted rather than simply being aggressive for the sake of aggression. Citroën's double chevron identity sits prominently at the center, connecting visually with the lighting elements and creating a wide, confident appearance. The lower sections of the bumper add extra visual width, while aerodynamic details help the car look planted without making it unnecessarily bulky. And that's one of the most impressive things about the C5 X. It has presence, but it doesn't need enormous grilles or exaggerated bodywork to achieve it. The design is more sophisticated than intimidating. From the side, the unusual proportions become even clearer. The long hood, flowing roofline, large glasshouse, and extended rear section create the impression of a luxury touring machine. The roof gradually slopes toward the rear, giving the C5 X a sporty fastback character, while the higher ride height gives it a more practical crossover feel. The wheels play an important role here as well. Depending on the version and market, the C5 X can be equipped with stylish alloy wheels designed to balance elegance and aerodynamic efficiency. The wheel arches have enough definition to give the body some muscle, but the overall design remains smooth and refined. Look closely at the side profile and you'll notice how Citroën has tried to make every surface work together. There are flowing character lines rather than harsh creases everywhere. This gives the C5 X a clean, almost sculpted appearance. It's a car that looks designed for movement even when it's sitting still. At the rear, the story continues with a distinctive lighting signature and a wide tailgate. The rear lamps add width to the vehicle visually, while the roof spoiler gives the fastback shape a sportier finish. The rear bumper is relatively clean, avoiding unnecessary decoration. And because this isn't just a styling exercise, the rear design also serves a practical purpose. The large tailgate gives you much easier access to the cargo area than you would normally expect from a traditional sedan. That makes the C5 X particularly appealing to drivers who want an elegant car but still need everyday practicality. Step inside, and this is where the C5 X really starts to reveal what Citroën is trying to achieve. The philosophy here is simple: comfort first. Citroën has built a reputation around making its cars feel different from the competition, and the C5 X takes that idea seriously. The cabin is designed to be a relaxing environment rather than simply a place filled with screens and hard surfaces. The seats are one of the highlights. Citroën's advanced comfort approach focuses heavily on cushioning and long-distance support, making the C5 X feel more like a comfortable lounge on wheels than a traditional sporty sedan. The seats are broad, supportive, and designed to reduce fatigue during long journeys. And that matters because the C5 X feels particularly suited to highway travel. Imagine driving several hundred kilometers in one day. Instead of constantly adjusting your position or feeling every imperfection in the road, the C5 X is designed to isolate you from much of that stress. The dashboard follows a clean and modern layout, with digital displays providing the important driving information. In front of the driver, the digital instrument cluster keeps key information within easy view, while the central infotainment system handles navigation, media, smartphone connectivity, and vehicle functions. The touchscreen interface gives the cabin a modern feel without turning the entire dashboard into a complicated computer. Depending on specification, you can expect features such as smartphone integration, connected navigation, voice functions, and a range of digital vehicle controls. But technology isn't the only thing that makes the interior impressive. The materials, textures, and overall design are intended to create a premium atmosphere. Citroën uses contrasting surfaces and carefully designed trim elements to make the cabin feel more special than you might expect from the brand's positioning. There's also a strong focus on practicality. The C5 X has generous passenger space, especially considering its sleek exterior. Rear passengers benefit from the car's long body, giving the cabin a comfortable environment for families or adults traveling long distances. Headroom remains reasonable despite the sloping roofline, while legroom is one of the areas where the C5 X performs particularly well. The wide cabin also makes it easier for passengers to settle in comfortably. Then there's the cargo area. Open the rear hatch, and you immediately understand why the C5 X's body style makes so much sense. You get the practicality of a large liftback combined with the elegance of a fastback. Whether you're carrying luggage for a road trip, shopping bags, sports equipment, or everyday family gear, the C5 X is designed to handle it. Another major part of the experience is the suspension. Citroën has engineered the C5X around comfort, and its suspension system is one of the key reasons why the car feels so different. On rough city streets, broken pavement, and uneven roads, the suspension works to smooth out the ride rather than transmitting every bump directly into the cabin. Higher spec versions with Citroën's advanced suspension technology can take this comfort philosophy even further, adjusting the behavior of the suspension to create an exceptionally smooth driving experience. And now we get to the part many of you have been waiting for: performance. The 2026 Citroën C5X can be offered with different powertrain configurations depending on the market, including efficient petrol and electrified plug-in hybrid technology. That means the exact engine specifications can vary depending on where the car is sold. For buyers choosing a conventional petrol version, the C5X focuses more on smooth, effortless performance than aggressive acceleration. The engine is designed to deliver enough power for daily driving, highway cruising, and overtaking while keeping the overall character relaxed. But the electrified versions are where the C5X becomes particularly interesting. The plug-in hybrid system combines a petrol engine with an electric motor and battery pack, allowing the car to operate on electric power for shorter journeys when the battery has sufficient charge. This can make everyday urban driving quieter and potentially much more efficient. Depending on the specific powertrain, output can reach around 180 horsepower in some versions, while more powerful plug-in hybrid configurations can deliver significantly more, with the combined system reaching around 225 horsepower. That extra electric torque changes the driving experience. When you press the accelerator, the electric motor can respond immediately, giving the C5X smooth and instant acceleration before the petrol engine becomes more involved. It's not trying to be a sports car, and that's important to understand. The C5X is about effortless speed rather than dramatic speed. The steering is generally tuned to feel light and easy, making the car comfortable in urban environments. At higher speeds, it settles down nicely and feels stable, which is exactly what you want from a vehicle designed for long-distance touring. Acceleration is strong enough for normal driving, while highway performance should feel relaxed rather than strained. Overtaking becomes easier with the additional torque available from electrified versions. Efficiency is another important part of the story. With a plug-in hybrid setup, drivers who regularly charge the vehicle and have relatively short daily commutes can potentially complete many journeys using electric power, reducing fuel consumption significantly compared with a conventional petrol-only vehicle. For longer trips, the petrol engine provides the flexibility needed to keep traveling without constantly worrying about charging infrastructure. That combination is one of the biggest advantages of a plug-in hybrid touring car. And perhaps the most interesting thing about driving the C5X is how all of these systems work together. The powertrain, suspension, seating, cabin insulation, and body design are all focused on one main goal: making travel comfortable. This isn't the car you buy because you want to attack every corner at maximum speed. You buy it because you want to arrive at your destination feeling relaxed. Whether you're commuting through the city, cruising on the motorway, or taking the family on a long weekend road trip, the C5X has been designed to make those kilometers easier. The 2026 Citroën C5X is therefore an unusual proposition in a market increasingly dominated by SUVs. It offers crossover practicality without looking like another oversized SUV. It provides sedan-like elegance while giving you a much more useful rear hatch. And with electrified powertrain options, it can also deliver a more modern approach to efficiency. The exterior gives it personality. The interior gives it comfort. The suspension gives it a smooth ride. And the available hybrid technology gives it an extra layer of efficiency and performance. So, is the new 2026 Citroën C5X worth considering? If your priority is maximum comfort, long-distance cruising, practical space, distinctive styling, and modern technology, absolutely. It may not be the most aggressive car in its segment, but that was never the mission. The C5X is about doing things differently. It's for the driver who looks at the endless sea of SUVs and says, "I want something more interesting." It's for someone who wants a stylish vehicle that can carry passengers and luggage without sacrificing comfort. And most importantly, it's for someone who believes driving should be relaxing, not exhausting. The 2026 Citroën C5X proves that there is still room in the automotive world for cars that refuse to follow the standard formula. It combines multiple vehicle concepts into one package and adds Citroën's strongest weapon: comfort. From its distinctive lighting and sleek fastback silhouette to its spacious cabin, advanced technology, smooth suspension, and electrified powertrain options, the C5X is a car with a clear identity. And honestly, in a world where so many vehicles are starting to look and feel the same, that alone makes the C5X worth paying attention to. So, what do you think about the new 2026 Citroën C5X? Would you choose this unique fastback crossover over a traditional SUV? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this review, make sure you like the video, subscribe to MotorZone, and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next automotive review. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.